Oftentimes, nothing seems more frustrating when an injury has us sidelined from achieving our fitness goals. Well, with us this morning is our fitness expert, Wes Cole, to show us how to prevent some of those injuries.
You know, it is very frustrating when you go in the gym and you're trying to, to get in better shape. Good thing is, we got a lot of questions today, a lot of viewer questions, and we're going to try to answer some of the preventative problems that we have today. So
I need to listen to this because I hurt myself a while back too. Okay. Well, one of our viewers writes in, John. He said he tore his rotator cuff and he last year, and he said, I don't want to go through that again. So what is a safe exercise to do? You
know, the shoulder joint it's a very maneuverable joint. Unfortunately, with that maneuverability comes a lot of instability. So right here, this is a very safe rotator cuff exercise. Now this is more kind of like a rehab exercise. It's not something that's going to build a lot of muscle, and it's not something you want to go real heavy on. But you just get a towel, something like that, go down just a little bit lower, Beth, and you're really getting that external rotation of that shoulder. You're really working the rotator cuff muscles. It might look a little easy, but I guarantee you try 12 to 15 reps each arm. It'll really strengthen the rotator cuff muscles, and it'll do a lot for a lot of preventative as far as when it comes to your shoulders. Try this exercise. It's a very good one. Thank you, Beth.
It kind of keeps you steady, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, Wendy wrote in, and she says, is it true that women are more prone to knee injuries?
You know, it is true. There's a lot of research supporting that women, especially female athletes, young athletes, actually it's becoming kind of a real issue with high school girls, ACL tears. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of theories as to why that is. A lot of it is laxity of the joint, but there's a big theory as to why, for some reason, women, they're not as strong moving laterally. So if you play soccer, you do basketball, any sports that force you to move laterally, you got to practice it. And this drill right here, I have all of my female athletes do. It's very simple. Okay, you can start moving slow and then start moving fast. She's just moving to the side, and then she's moving to a 45-degree angle, but she's conditioning her muscles and her nervous system to move laterally. As you get a little bit better at that, you can start maybe some plyo hops, maybe hopping over some boxes, but basically getting your body used to moving laterally will strengthen those tendons and get you kind of ready going in the direction that you're going. And you should be all right after that. Thank you, Beth.
Prevent that injury. All right. Well, Greg wrote in, and he said he wants to know, he said, my back is so stiff after sitting down for a long time. Yes. What can I do about that? Well,
you've noticed a lot of people that, they're having problems. A lot of it has to do with being stiff. And I always say mobility is a lack of mobility is kind of a precursor for an injury. This is a great exercise. You've been sitting in a computer and your upper back is very stiff. Just stand up, find a wall, a scapular wall slide. Just keep your forearms just pressed really hard and press really hard against the wall. Pull that chest forward. It really stretches out your back. It brings those shoulders back. And I guarantee you, maybe five minutes of this, after sitting down in front of the computer screen for a while, you'll feel so much better. It really straightens up your posture, too.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Beth.
I think we can all benefit from that sitting in front of a computer all day, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, Jacob wrote in, he said, my hips are very tight. What is a good stretch that I can do? You know,
hip flexor injury is actually pretty common. A lot of people say, they pull their hamstring. This is a great exercise all my clients do, especially before they're going to do a lot of running. Beth is leaning to one side. She's going into a little front stance there, and then she's doing a pigeon right here, stretching out. Now, this exercise, this stretch can almost be an exercise if you're very stiff, but just keep practicing it. And she's doing like that, and she's popping that leg in, and she's getting her hamstring. She's really stretching out her hip flexors. Do it one more time for the viewers, just like so. Very good exercise. And like I said, if you're pretty stiff, you might find this kind of like a workout, but it just means you got to work out a little bit more.
Just stretch it.
Absolutely.
That's the key.
If you're sweating when you're stretching, it just means you need to focus a lot more on that. A lot of my clients are like, this is a workout within itself, but there's a reason yoga can be a workout, but it might mean that it's kind of a weakness and you need to work on it a little bit more.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Well, if you have a question that you'd like Wes to answer, just go to the Weekend Morning section of our website, kjrh.com, and click on the Habitual Health link. Or you can give Wes a call at 749-0960 or visit his gym on 46th, just east of Sheridan. Thank you.
Thank you.